Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. It is part 2 of mission 3 and our boat is back near the docks. The reason being, when I recorded our cab ride, it's a freeze frame, sort of, got it paused, but there's good reason. I had to edit out the actual cab ride and start it a little way in because the narrator dude would not be quiet for a good portion of the ride, and I have no idea what he's talking about. So we're going to see that together, and I guess we can start it now. Bring back the UI. Yeah, he gets to somewhere up here, and he starts talking, but I need to know what he's on about. And it didn't make much sense in the cab ride, so that's why we're back here, and no doubt we'll find out shortly. I guess I could fast forward it. It might be a date thing. So we'll fast forward, see how far we get and how long it takes him to start.
Industry is buzzing. Thanks to your services, its need for steel is always covered. In contrast, a lack of personnel looms on the horizon. Nowadays, the city's working class is outrageously spoiled. The workforce is rebelling more and more against the prevailing working conditions. On the other hand, in the Highlands, countless hungry people wait gratefully for employment. All that needs to be done is to get them to the city. Build a railroad in the wild west of the Highlands so that this remote stretch of land finally experiences the blessings of modern civilization.
So we have to connect up Fort William to Glasgow. And they wish to have a train service running from Fort William to Glasgow, which is lovely. It's fairly straightforward. We have a nice valley, don't we, all the way down to Glasgow there. Do we need to reuse any of our track down here? Possibly not. Although, dropping people off at the same station wouldn't be too terrible, would it? We could have the freight train drop off on that side and turn this into a passenger station. Even though this is not really required, what it would mean is we keep our sound pollution down, our sound emissions down to a minimum, which is good practice. Heading forward, it would mean we could sit on the other side here and we can just change how this works. Our train is taking more than enough steel into Glasgow. We're meeting almost half, although it's just gone up. There it is. There we've got some upgrades happening. So we could expand on our train. We also have our boat that's almost there, so we'll pause it once we've got our train out the way, possibly up to this station. It doesn't take him long to get there. And what sort of line rate are you saying we've got here? We've got a line rate of, let's just see what we can see, 75, and you need 90 something, so we don't need much in the way of expansion on this. Let's just add another flat car on there. That'll boost it a little bit, and then we'll wait for that to settle down. There we go. It's saying 94. That might be perfect. Our train is stopping. I can hear the brakes, so we'll pause it there. We'll work on our little station here. We could send this a little further back. That way we can head out this way. This will be the passenger station going forward. And we're going to flip the freight side of it to here. I do like that. It does mean we get to utilise existing rail infrastructure a little bit, even if it's tiny. But yeah, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Platforms. We're going to get freight platforms back over on this side. That's where we're going to be stopping. Is it excessive for our little train? Absolutely. We'll maintain the connection, but the problem we've got here is we're going to have to delete them anyway, because freight platforms and passenger platforms are two different sizes, unfortunately. I don't know why. But that gives us passengers one side and freight the other. And we'll need some passenger buildings, at least one on there. Hopefully we can get one that connects in there. There we go. We'll have that one to the side, and then we'll go back with our cargo buildings. Perhaps something like that will reconnect. This is useful, isn't it? We have a passenger and freight connection there. That's nice. Well, do we have access to paint tools? We could, couldn't we? We could paint it up a little bit. Just because it's the campaign doesn't mean we can't do a little bit of work on it. The brush is absolutely massive. Is that the right one? It's close enough, isn't it? There we go. Hold shift and we can paint that and fill it in a little bit. It looks like a proper little connection. Much nicer. There we go. Now we need to rework this. Ooh, yeah, what do we want to do with that? We could send it all the way through. Would be an option. Yes. We could have it come straight through and head back out. Yeah, do you know, it sort of makes sense, doesn't it? It could even run alongside this and share the rail, because we do have to head off that way, don't we? Do you know, let's do it. We're going to have to delete this back, unfortunately, because we'll need a little bit more room, won't we? Oh, I love this. It doesn't need to be simple at all. No. Let's go extravagant. Will we need that in there? You can see the little path it put down here to connect, which is interesting. We'll get rid of that. And I'll tell you what, we can get rid of... No, we'll leave that there. Our two freight trains will continue to do the same thing. We'll have our little connection so that our freight can get across over this side, which means we'll need our cargo platform just there, except this is going to be a through line. And this will continue on, and we'll have a double tunnel, because why not? We'll need an entrance, won't we? I guess we could go with a little cargo building. It wouldn't hurt, would it? Maybe something like that, just down there. And then we'll connect our road to the little shed, and we'll fill it up as well. So it's perfectly aligned. And then it looks like we've got little loading ramps or unloading ramps down that way. We'll take our road back a little further because we're going to head in at a different angle now. I'm hoping it doesn't want us to pass through a certain part of the map and just allows us a little bit of freedom. Oh yes, let's get that on curvy. It should give us some freedom, shouldn't it? It doesn't look like we have any blue circles or circles to pass through. Let's get us a stop back there. Will this count for this? We might need to redo it, but let's see. No, it has taken that, which means if we bring up the lines, there we go, our coal is working. Now what we have is another line running through here, and we should be able to send that through. It's doing the silly track thing again. I did find a way to eliminate that, but it only happens sometimes. No, it's not going to do it, is it? Maybe if we come through this way? No, it's fine. I don't think we're going to bulldoze it. So we'll have 1,000,000 segments on it. I was hoping they'd fix that at some point. So now we've got our tunnel, we're just going to change over where this heads into. And that is going to be the passenger station. And that one will go into our freight. It will fix the line for us automatically. Perfect. There we go. Our steel's going to continue to drop off. Since we've got it paused, I'm hoping we haven't broke any of the line. Now what we can do is make use of the existing track that we've got heading up to, again, with the segments. I don't know if we can get them gone. No. Sometimes you can head past it and it'll not do the segments, but that isn't the case for us on this playthrough. So we'll just continue through and we'll separate at this station here. So we'll put as a piece of tracking, and then we'll add as the track that we are going to be using out there, and then we can delete this. There we go, with the little segments. That should give us a nice little separation from the other track by linking in there. Don't mind about the speed. I don't think we're going to be getting trains that go much quicker than that. And we'll run straight past there. Okay, now Fort William will require a station. This is looking like it's going to be industry. So let's get us a... do we have any other cities? Not really. So we could get a terminus running down here. And that will just link in up that end and tuck it right in there. There we go. And then what we can hopefully do is have us a nice track running around there that sits nicely in the valley, and it should be fairly flat.
Supply the city of Glasgow with workers none the worse for wear who haven't fallen victim to the union's pipe dreams yet.
He's talking about unions. I'm building a railway and paying my staff good money. You have your problems, sir. I'll avoid that by treating my employees nicely. Since we're going to be doing this and our only real access is just there, we may as well now set up little buses in the two cities. We do have a nice little run we could do down that way. I'm thinking we go with a little bit of a circle up there and then back down. That'll be alright, wouldn't it? It doesn't have to be perfect. So we'll drop our people off where? Here. Just got to walk around the corner, haven't they? And then we'll have a stop that side and then a stop that side. And we'll fill in more of Fort William here, won't we? And then another stop up there. That should do. That should just get us a bit more reach. We'll set up a new bus line for them, starting at the station, then heading around with their neon pink buses. There we go.
These days, big landowners' fleecy balls of wool now graze where families of farmers once cultivated their patches. Lady McDougall asks for help. She wants to know if all her little sheep are still together.
So I was just about to rename the bus line, and Charlie Chuckles here decided to butt in. And I don't know where I got to. But anyway, what have we got to do? Lady McDougall asks for help. Sure, I mean, I don't know what she wants. Let's do it.
Help with accounting and look to see if all the sheep are still there.
Oh my days. What have we got to do? Click on the sheep on the map. There are too many sheep. Urban, too many sheep. Are there actually sheep? Oh, there are sheep here. Wandering. Do we have to click them all? Oh, that's not very fun, is it? This isn't enjoyable. Can we click the question marks? Does that count? Does this count? I don't even know. I don't know where the sheep are. If I get rid of the question marks, the sheep are gone. Can you even see the sheep? They've got to be under the question mark, surely. Oh, this is ridiculous.
All the people in charge have dozed off from all the counting.
Oh, we're counting sheep. I see what they did there. Thankfully, we didn't have to click on all the sheep. Fort William. I hadn't put a number on it, which is what I was about to do. Fort William 1. I've got a new keyboard, so the keys are slightly off. I'm getting used to it, though. Right, I just wanted some buses in. What have we got to do? Make some noise. Where? This scares me. I don't know what that's all about. Make some noise. How on earth do we make some noise? All the people in charge have dozed off from all the counting. Make some noise to wake them up again. What people? People where? I am not seeing it. Are you? How do we make some noise? Do I have to bulldoze stuff? I'll tell you what, I've got no idea what they mean. We need to place one of these anyway. Oh, this is where it gets a little obscure, isn't it? If I place one there and bulldoze it, does that count? That makes noise.
What's going on here? Oh yeah. Inventory's over and done with. The sheep are all there. Madam, sir.
Anyway, we did that. Beautiful. What was the point? I mean, I'm torn because they're trying to add something different, but when I play a game such as this, my favourite part of it is the infrastructure, not whatever that was. Right, how many stops do we have? Looks like 5, right? Yeah, 5. So we'll have 5 buses on here. Please tell me I can have passenger vehicles. Yes, I can. 5 of you. The game has chosen garish pink. So there we go. You can have garish pink buses, Fort William. That should make sure we have plenty of demand out there. Our depot has fortunately become the depot for this track, and the freight depot would be that one up there. Oh guys, look what we have to do. This is terrible news, isn't it? We have to official episode. It's great news. There we go. Tidy that up a touch. Oh, it's beautiful. That's better. Yeah, just take that edge off them. Marvellous. Because we extended our tracks, didn't we? And how much money do we have? Still got like 40 million. Worth it, that's what I'm going to say. Just to make it look pretty. Now we could connect out the side as well, couldn't we? In case you didn't know. It'll give us a bit more connection, I believe, from the station here. Currently we connect to here. I'm wondering if we connect into that road, we'll get a little bit more where our bus doesn't go. We could have a side building, couldn't we? Like that, a side entrance. And we'll give them a little bit of a road down here that we can connect them to. And then we'll connect this road in a little more direct. I don't want to demolish the house, but we can do it like... Oh, it's going to demolish the house. Maybe if we do it over that way. There we go. Get you in there. And all of a sudden, we have a little bit more reach for people that wish to walk to the station. And you'll get some nice terrain as well. Yeah, we could do the same up this end with this road as well. But we'll leave it like that. It's something different. I do like it. A little side entrance, which is actually massive. And excessive, which is the kind of the name of the game for me in this playthrough for some reason. I guess because we've got a nice bank balance, we don't have to worry about being frugal, do we? Should we get a little bus service going in Glasgow as well? If we could get 2 buses going in Glasgow, couldn't we? Let's set them up. Looking at it, we could do a couple of loops. It'll be massive, but no, it won't. It'll be reasonable. I'm going to say that's reasonable. We'll have clockwise, anti-clockwise. So we'll go that way. I'll lay all these down. There we go. Got all our stops in. I'll make us a couple of lines. There we go. We have Glasgow 1 and 2. 1 anti-clockwise and 1 clockwise. We have, and should have, possibly, 8 stops on each. We'll get, I don't know where we're going to stick the depot for this. Out the way, I guess. We could have it facing that way. It doesn't matter where we put it, does it really? Maybe at the end of this street here. Would it sit nicely? There we go. Somewhere like that. That's fine, isn't it? Bit of terrain height difference there. Oh, it'll do. It will do. It's out the way. Let's get some buses on you. 8 for you. We'll colour one. Oh, this will be number 1. So that's like the light blue, but we'll make it a bit darker. No, that's 2. I thought... Oh, that's fine. That'll be 2 because that's the light blue. And then we'll do another 8. These ones will be the darker blue, and they'll be heading round Glasgow 1. Aren't they blue? The buses out in Glasgow? I can't remember. I thought they were actually orange. That was the Strathclyde ones, wasn't it? Anyway, we've got buses running on there. We've got buses running at Fort William. So both of our cities should have decent access to the 2 stations. We should make a new line here, shouldn't we, as well? We don't actually have the train line from Glasgow Holt to whatever this one's called. Fort William transfer. That'll do. Oh, we can definitely make these dark blue, can't we? There we go. We'll make that ScotRail colour. What would it have been? It would have been Scottish Midlands or something? Yeah, I don't know what it would have been back then. Glasgow to Fort William. We don't need wait until full, anything like that. We do need to build us a lovely passenger service though. Get you on there. And we want passenger wagons. 6 should do, shouldn't it? There we go. And we'll stick you on Glasgow to Fort William. And then that's that done. Let's hit play. Our ship is almost to the Port Ellen Harbour. And our train, in fact, we can keep that highlighted, can't we? So we can see when it's close. And our train, where are you going to stop first? Hopefully, have a little stop at Glasgow, which you are, Glasgow Holt. I mean, we could rename it, couldn't we? Let's just call that Glasgow. There we go, Glasgow Central. I don't know of any main stations at Fort William, but we can just take the transfer off. There we go, that's tidier. Right, we've got some... there's all our buses. I wondered what that was. There it is. We're here. So what are you going to do when you get here? We're going to pull into the harbour. What time am I recording today? Gone 2. Didn't you have wait until full? Where are you going, sir? You had wait until full, didn't you? Manage line. Oh, I didn't, did I? No, wait until full. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna wait until full for eternity, and we're gonna flip it around and sit it. Not Glasgow Port. I want you to sit at Port Ellen Harbour. Are you gonna go? Yeah, we'll sit it there. It's whiskey, isn't it? It's not saying do anything with the whiskey yet, but there'll also be no demand, will there? Because our harbour is down here, and where does it want the whiskey delivered? Have we got any people on our passenger train? You know we're getting on board that for the end of the episode. Not yet. They might do though. Do we have any people waiting? Not yet. So what I'd like to do then is make sure we've got some demand for our whiskey before we go at this harbour, Port Ellen Distillery up there. That way our ship will eventually start to carry some stuff. In order to do that, we're going to need a pickup point here. And we'll make sure we can... How much does the ship actually carry? 70. And what is the capacity of these? Terminals. 20. So 20 plus... We need 50, don't we? Extra. Configure that. Ideally, we'll go for a little bit more. I don't know how much these actually store. 75. That should cover it. Yeah, there we go. I want you in the middle, just there. I know we made a mess of the terrain, but that's what we're working with. We can afford to possibly just smooth it out a little bit. There we go. We can connect it up there. Pricey, worth it, maybe. Smooth that out at the road, and then smooth that out around there. Then just go over it again. It'll cost a little bit less because we've already done some of the terraforming. There we go. That's beautiful, isn't it? Right, that gives us a truck stop there. We now need to find where we're going to deliver whiskey to. And whiskey is up at this end. We've got bus stops in the way, which is a little awkward, but we don't in the side streets. So we could drop them off down the side street here. As long as we can get most of them. Where would we get the most barrels of whiskey? Down here? Down there. Look at that. That's nearly all of them. You stop there. There we go. Yeah, and then we'll have a little drop off from the station down to our truck station. We'll colour it whiskey barrel colour. And we'll get a couple of trucks on there. Glasgow whiskey delivery. Done. So we now have whiskey delivery. We already have a vehicle depot down here. And we'll get us... Yeah, we want cargo, don't we? We'll get us like 4 trucks on there. And we'll put those on the whiskey delivery line. We won't wait until full. We'll just let them space themselves out. Although we could, couldn't we? We could wait until full. Except we'll give it a 3-minute maximum wait time. So they'll head off occasionally as well. And stay 3 minutes apart. So there'll always be something, hopefully, at the station waiting. Now, did that trigger demand at our whiskey down here? I believe it has. Did you not wait until full again? What happened there? Glasgow shipping. Manage line. Yeah, wait until full. For eternity. Oh no, I did the wrong one, you sausage. We don't want to wait until full there. Do the right one. Who noticed? Everybody. Except me. That's fine. Right, get that done. Maximum wait time. Let's put this on default. There we go. Oh, I didn't even do it properly. Spin you around. Right round. You can head back here. And thankfully, what we actually have now is, yeah, we've got some whiskey waiting for us. So, our poor boat here has been going around the houses. You're having a nice tour, aren't you, though, of the lake? So, swings and roundabouts on that one. It's lovely. You have a tour. But it should at least now trigger demand over at our whiskey place. And we do indeed have one. Still one. How long is it going to take you to brew this? Consumers. We are going to be shipping 18 currently. 19. Our orders are going up. Our production is 100 per year. So it will take a little while for it to fill up the platform. But it is at least filling up the platform now. Our line rate for this, which is going to be very confusing, is 50. And I don't know how much Glasgow actually wants, but it'll be 100, goodness me. Yeah, so we might need 2 ships on there. Now the orders are correct, that'll help. Where's our train? Oh, guys, look at our passenger stations. They're so popular. We are just the kings of rail. Look at that. Where is our passenger train? You are heading on the way back. You have 22, and we've already took 2. We already dropped off 2 people, so these 22 should hopefully trigger the transporting of people. I tell you what, we'll get on board, won't we? We'll get on board our little passenger train here, and we'll sit back so we can look out the window. But we're heading into a part 3. I do want to just check on the state of play here. 4. Beautiful. I'm a little worried that he's going to talk once we drop the people off. But we've got a bit of distance. We may even add a second train next episode. But I'll save it there. And then we can head off into the unknown when we come back. Alright guys, we're on board. Little bit of horn. Very quiet. What I was going to do is get us back here. There we go, so we can see the train. Beautiful. Do we like that? We can see the driver as well, can't we? The engineer. And our freight train. Perfect timing. He's coming back the other way. If he talks over my outro, I don't know what I'm going to have to do about that. We can't just let him waffle on. It's spoilers. I tell you what, I am thoroughly enjoying myself in here, mainly because I don't have to think about what to do next. I get told this is the problem you'll be facing, and it's up to you to come up with a solution. So it's a little bit of a change for me, as I had to create the problem or demand, and also the solution, which is always a little bit tricky. But so yeah, nice change of pace. I hope you're enjoying it too, and perhaps playing along at home and trying different approaches. I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the campaign presents us, barring clicking sheep, of course. I guess it's a nice distraction. Anyway, guys, shortest cab ride in the world. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.